I think it's time to share the story. It has been on my mind for years, and I think this is a better moment to share, to let out, so others can learn from it. A friend of mine got married. After a short while, I got married. So, as the marriage was proceeding, every marriage, I think about 90% want the fruits of the womb. But unfortunately for her, each time she gets pregnant, she miscarry for a reason I can't really share. So it got more frequent that she was so bittered. She did all manner of checkup, visited hospitals, and keep praying to God, waiting for the proper time for her to carry her own bundle of joy. While all of this was going on, she was into a business which her husband opened for her. She was running that business so smoothly, but being so accountable to her husband. She brought to the table of every detail, every pin, every transaction that goes on in that business to her husband's table. And this man in question don't really appreciate her enough in the sense that she's coming from a very poor family. And the man didn't really care for her people as much as she wanted. So all she did was to get her some change from the company to send to her family without her knowing that the man she is married to is really a hazard on the man. Somehow, the man was able to find out that she was sending some peanuts to her people through the account manager she is using, the bank she is using. This man, you know, made some calls with his contact, make sure the money was seized and was pulled out to the company's account. That's the company the wife manages. Things got washed. She had nothing to do but to totally submit, even when she don't want to. This is a forceful submission. As the time goes, one day the husband come back home, was all happy, she was like, was the secret. The man didn't really say anything. So as a woman, you know that we have this spirit of discernment. One day, she was like that she wants to go visit one of their factories. She got to the factory. One of the loyal worker confided something to her that a lady that is working in that same company is pregnant for her husband. She was like, how come? How did it happen? Something happened. She wasn't able to get back to their city, to the city where the base. She drove to their village, to the family house, which she only visits during Christmas. But on getting there, she observed that all their family pictures that used to be at the wall, the frames at the wall, was all taken down. She sensed that something might have been going on. She spent the night that day. The next morning, she drove home. The husband didn't really bother to ask her why she slept out because the man in question didn't really sleep in the house at the same night. As time passed, one day the husband came to her was like he didn't have any need for that particular company she's managing, that he needs to shut it down. She said no problem. The man shut it down. Automatically she turned to a sit-at-home wife. One day the man came to her in a short while, was like that there is a lady pregnant for him, that he will be taking in a second wife. She was bitter, but she wasn't shocked because somebody have already leaked that secret to her earlier enough. She pleaded to the husband, instead of bringing in a new wife, why not us just take care of her. When she births the baby, she'll hand over the child to us. The husband insisted that he's going to get married to the girl legally, that his culture did forbid taking in a second wife. Still, as a submissive wife that had been forced, she had no option. This man went to the girl's place, did a little thing, bring the girl in. But the pregnancy didn't last up to like 4 months. She miscarried it. Still being a wicked man, he drove the girl out from his house. Hmm. This is where the story got so interesting. As time was going, she pleaded with the husband, please, I need to start something doing. As a businesswoman that have been busy for a very longer time, that she cannot automatically turn to sit-at-home wife, that he should please open a little something for him. This man took her into the market and opened a petty business for her, just for her to, turn it down. But there is a saying that it's better you taking a little thing than nothing. She embraced it, hoping to grow the business someday. As time was going, she was thinking that this story is really, ending, that God is really at her side for the girl to miscarry it. One day again, the husband came to her saying that a very little girl in their estate is pregnant for him again, that he wants to take her in as a second wife. She remembered her plea at the previous one, which the husband turned down. She had no need to play this time around. She said, okay. Before they know it again, the girl miscarried the pregnancy. When this happened, the man flew up. The man was like, that she's an opanje, that she have something going on with her life, that for this marriage to continue, they need to go to the water to go and cleanse her, to go and do this. That his prayer people tell him to do this one. Many story was really going on. The girl said that this is the last of it, that she's not going to do that. I'm not just going to do cleansing, rather, after the cleansing, that she needs to go with anything that they ask her to do. The girl said that she's not going to do that. That as it stands now, she's tired. That he should please come and pick the bride price that was paid on her head. That she's tired of us answering his missus. This guy refused. The girl needs to go to her place, tell her people. People agreed, but each time they called this guy to come and pick the dairy, once he comes there, the discussion will change. People that were standing with her will turn against her, like things have been manipulated. Time was going and was going and was going. The girl got tired. She needed to take a very drastic decision. Watch out her attitude, okay?